Good evening, everyone, and I'm really excited to be here and interact with you all. And I'm really looking forward to a good discussion. What I'm going to focus on is my quest to kind of discover folk stories and anecdotes around certain wild animals. And this was conducted mainly in Ladakh, which, as you might know, is a high altitude landscape. Um, the altitudes range from 3,500 to nearly 7,000 meters above sea level. Traditional narratives like folklore offer a lot of insights about, how people associate with different entities, what are the moral values, what are the social norms, cultural values of a particular society. Lots of cultures and customs incorporate wildlife and nature very actively into their narrative. And let me give you a glimpse quickly of some stories that we unheard. Ibex, because they are considered auspicious, often figure in a lot of rituals. So these are, ibex made of dough, atta, and they are often displayed at the time of Losar, which is Ladakhi New Year, or at the time of the birth of a child, especially a male child. Their horns and blood often used to be offered to deities. So this is a traditional structure called the lato, which is dedicated, like I said, people worship the deities, local deities. So this is a traditional structure which is adorned with ibex horns. In this image, you can see Kshetrapala, that is the deity of sacred places, riding an animal that resembles the wolf. So the wolf is sometimes also a deity, a vehicle for a lot of deities, very powerful deities. This is from a very lovely book called The 100,000 Songs of Milarepa. In the top knot of the East Glacier's shining crystal arises the blessing of the strong white lion. He is the king of quadrupeds. It is said he holds the subject beasts by laws. At the time when he descends to the edge of the blue glacier, his anger and pride are in great fury and arrogance. If he does not, with his turquoise blue mane, conquer the snowstorm, why should it arise an enemy? So while the snow leopard and the imaginary snow lion are similar in aesthetics, or probably even similar in some behaviors, the snow lion seems to represent, the snow leopard seems to represent material and ecological values, whereas the snow lion seems to represent cultural beliefs and behaviors, mostly positive. Literally a village full of people who were responsible for, giving us the data as well as conceptualizing these studies. The study was mainly conducted when I was doing my PhD with the Nature Conservation Foundation, the Manipal University, and the Snow Leopard Trust. And my co-authors were Kulu, Steve, Tenzin, and Charu. And a lot of donors, as well as a lot of supporters, have guided me throughout all this. Thank you so much for listening very peacefully and not interrupting me. But I really hope that we can have more discussions now. If there's any information that you'd like to exchange, if you'd like to get in touch for any clarifications, I'd be very, very happy to interact with all of you. We are also in the process of creating a museum in Spiti where we can kind of showcase some of these cultural aspects, and that's kind of work in progress and it's going to take a while, but I'd really love to collaborate if anyone's interested. So yeah, thank you so much.